there's no need to be surprised. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Baby, I'm a go-getter, go-getter. Yeah, you better go figure, go figure. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Boy, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that. Try and get a big stack in my bag. Yeah, you know I'm getting to it, it's like that, like that.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, our new season begins with an NFC South matchup, as it'll be the Black Knights of Melbourne taking on the Atlanta Falcons. A new season of 2023 on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line.
Ready.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
First play, and Young is going to throw it. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. But there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his Young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
The NFL's leading rusher in 2019 and 2020, Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Ready.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ready.
Now here's Young. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Okay,
now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Henry up the middle. And running with power here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Looking to throw, Young. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And a Falcons are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Set. 43 rail. 10 cycles.
Here's the 8th overall pick from Texas. It's Bijan Robinson. Now, he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On the ready.
2nd and 10.
Ready.
Ritter will set up to throw it. On the slant, he's got Davis. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
Ready.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Seal. Black. Hut.
Out of the gun, here's Ritter. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Koo knocks this one through the post. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. It's a pretty good opening drive that'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
Yeah, they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. And we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But 2 kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coach to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys can now wear the number 0. We've already seen some make the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just think we didn't go far enough. What about 0-0? Like Jim.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about this. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it. Because
and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And a nice little start to the career for the rookie here, hitting the end zone in week 1 of his career.
And that's a true welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it? The one that you actually like. A lot of times it's that big hit from the linebacker. He says, all right, Rook, here you are. But when you're able to put it in the end zone and feel that sense of accomplishment, that usually fuels you towards doing it many more times in your career.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
First carry for Elijah Mitchell. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about
Ready.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Mega. Commit, red. Set,
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
He was brought down by Richie Grant. It's a gain of
22
6.
needle.
First down/9.
Again, it's Henry. Pushing through the contact. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
Let's go.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Falcons 10, Black Knights nothing.
Set, hut.
2nd and 5.
Trouble, 38. Fury, yellow. Ready.
They'll try to throw now. Young. Flush to his right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is going to depend on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield.
Red,
It's a
cycle.
loss of 2. Brings up 2nd
Young to throw it.
at the Falcons 45-yard line.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Offensively, you might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
This will go to Henry out wide.
And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Drill 3.
Here's Ritter. That's out wide here for Robinson.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
They'll run this one right with Robinson.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That play could never get started thanks to the defensive effort of Shaq Thompson.
Ready, set.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
Hut.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Let's go now. 43 rail.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends.
They'll run with Robinson.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Very fortunate to get another shot. Here's 2nd and goal.
Switch, yellow. Set, go.
Robinson will score. Touchdown. So there you go, Charles. How about this for a debut? A 2nd rushing touchdown in NFL game number 1.
How about it? It just points to me how confident that this young man is, but also how much confidence his coaching staff and teammates have in him.
Koo for the extra point.
He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
They're on the 19-yard line.
Ready up.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're
You
down.
don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you
Now
just
you
called
can
it.
go.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think
did.
you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that they've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. technology.
Here we go. Here we
Young's
go.
incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Ready.
They're going to look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, and I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Young on 3rd down.
He'll dump that one off to Mitchell.
And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
Another completion there. You know, we think about the draft back in the spring. He was selected, obviously, the #1 overall pick. There's great money with that, but, Charles, I would think maybe an extra burden, too, or is that not that big? Young is intercepted for the 3rd time this game.
Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
At the 25-yard line.
Shovel 38. Ready.
Out of the gun, a run with Patterson.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Blaster. 6. Set. Go.
Back to throw. Ritter. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
And it's caught.
And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
Ritter back to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
So what a play there in the final minute of this first half. They get the interception. More importantly, their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, that one play certainly changes the outlook, doesn't it? I mean, they're looking at going into the locker room. No points on the board. Not playing well defensively. Deflated. And now, things may have changed for them.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Yeah, both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
Robinson on a give right side. And this will be a Falcons first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
Because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 46 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Gabriel Davis. Now Davis fumbles it. And it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, CD, that's one of those plays you put a mark by. I mean, that could be a big momentum swing here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Yeah, we may have to revisit it, right? Because if that drive ends up in the end zone, they're sitting pretty at that point. Now, instead, it's a two-score game that has a chance to tighten up considerably.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 29-yard line.
Down. Call red. Let's go. Go set.
Young to throw it.
The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Drill. 52. Ready.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep ball, but it winds up to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
10 cycles. Set.
On the counter, this is Robinson.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
The tight end in motion right.
Ready.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Ready.
Ritter. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. Evades the tackler, and now some space. Heck of a move. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It's a gain of 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 112 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off the option, here's Henry. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Ready.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
Here we go, set.
At the 4-yard line.
Cut.
Henry is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. To the right side and complete to Hurst. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin 4th quarter, you're going. And this one is right through. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Ready.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And he loses the football a second time. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they'll take over. 45 at the 44-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Handoff now to Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ready.
Brought down back at the 38-yard line.
Set.
Ritter now. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Daxton Hill there to make the stop on defense. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And that is caught. It's Davis. And they'll get this down to the 10. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here we go.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Ready, ready, set.
A give left side to Robinson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
Ready.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
Ready.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
Drake London
From 10 yards out.
and the Falcons are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too. Did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Mike Hughes. Fighting his way through contact. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
They're part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick 6 on the other side, and now they get a pick 6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick 6 from earlier in this game?
And he will not bring it out. He'll just go down to a knee here for a touchback. And the ball will come out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. 144 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. As Sanders has it poked free. And that was ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Cordero Patterson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st. Robinson up the middle. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Falcons, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Melbourne, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.